Hello, everybody. This is JD. I'm trying to figure out what to say here. This is actually the second time I do this video. I don't do a video double or two or triple times unless there's something I don't like about it. This one, I don't like the feeling, and so I'm redoing it. The other one was too negative. Well, tomorrow, most of you go into the election booth to vote. The ones who are going to see this video, I just want you to take this into consideration. I hope you watch my thing about don't vote Republican, don't vote Democrat, vote American. And I want you to think about this. If you think you're going in to vote for somebody because it's a historic thing, think about what George Washington did. Do you know he was not the first president of the United States? He was the first congressional president. He turned down the first presidency. That would have been an historic moment. The first president of the new nation. But he knew he was not the right man for that job. He knew the even history don't even remember. You barely get told in history who was the first president of the United States of America, the colonies. See, George Washington was not. He's the first congressional president. Why did he turn that down? For the good of the country. Now, when you go in to vote, are you going to vote for somebody just for an historic moment to say, I voted for that individual because I made it? No, you won't make history. You need to vote for someone because you believe that that is the right person. Personally, I feel that right now, the two major candidates are probably the most least qualified of everybody that was running in the primaries. But they're the ones that the parties picked. The Republicans picked McCain. The Democrats picked Obama. Neither one of them are fully qualified or even partially qualified. And neither one of them are any better qualified than I am. Some of you might say, whoa, wait a minute, they're senators. Yes, senators. And look at where they got us today. Look at where we are. We're in a major recession, which they are now just admitting is a recession, which could be a depression if it is handled wrongly. I'm beginning to hear them admitting that this might be a recession. Well, when hundreds and hundreds of people, 1 million people lose their jobs in this country, that's not a recession. That passed it a long time ago. When the stock market drops down almost 50%, that's not a recession. That passed it a long time ago. Our Congress, through McCain and Obama and people like McCain and Obama, has done this to us. And they've come back with promises, promises, promises. Neither one of them were truthful. Neither one of them spoke their own truth. And you look at me and say, well, did you? Well, hey, I got the videos all there. Every single one of them. You can look at them. You can listen to them. You can even notice that somebody copied them. They're dated. You know when they were done. Now tomorrow, you get to go in and you get to choose who do you want to lead this country for the next 4 years. And all I can say to you is one thing. Don't vote Republican. Don't vote Democrat. Vote American. And remember, I'm a write-in in all 50 states. And in some states, you might have to demand it. But above all else, when you decide to vote who you vote for, ask yourself why you're doing it. I mean, it's great that you go in and vote, but if you're doing it for reasons that don't really make sense, don't vote for someone because everyone else is. Unless you're willing to line up on the Brooklyn Bridge and jump off with everybody else. Okay? So again, I say, don't vote Republican, don't vote Democrat, vote American. And remember, I'm JD, and I am running for president. And yes, what I've said, I've meant. You have my platform online. You have my videos online. If I win, I'm bringing you into the White House. And our government will start serving the American people. Not the people, the servants of our government. Thank you. Remember to write me in. JD. Oh, by the way, taxes-wise, our taxes are so corrupt, so out of kilter, so screwed up. They definitely need to be redone. I'm not going to promise you that taxes are going to go down, but I am going to promise you this, that anybody and everybody will be paying taxes, and that it will be fair and equitable for everybody. These people who don't pay taxes will pay taxes. And then a lot of people talk about the poor that don't pay. What about the rich that don't pay? We're stuck in the middle carrying the load. And how much of our government has given away our money overseas instead of seeing to it that you got it back here first? That's your decision. Do you want politics as usual? You got Obama and McCain to choose from. Or do you want something different? Do you want a government that serves its people? Or do you want a government that makes its people a servant? Hey, that's your choice. Again, it's who do you want in the White House? Do you want the Democratic Party in the White House? Or do you want the Republican Party in the House? Or do you want you in the White House? That's your choice again. Who you put in, who you vote for, you decide. All I'm saying is, if you end up writing me in, I have to bring you guys in. I'm so confident that I don't even know who my electoral delegates are going to be from the states, if I win any states. Because I haven't even chosen any yet. My vice president, I don't even have that any longer. So, you all have a nice day. This is JD. Remember, I'm a write-in in all 50 states. Oh, don't worry. If I win, I'll have a vice president and I'll have electoral delegates. I'll just have to fight for it. Just like you have to fight for me to write me in. Have a nice day. This is JD for president.